Good evening, IHSA football family, DuPage County family. How you guys doing? Welcome to DuPage Run Shoot, episode 13, semifinals, IHSA football. Here we go. My name is Coach Big Pete, Pierre Leinweber, aka Coach Big Pete, publisher of Deep Dish Football. Make sure you follow Coach Big Pete and Deep Dish Football on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. Make sure you also follow DuPage Run Shoot Show on Twitter and Facebook as well. My email is coachbigpetefp@gmail.com. If you have any questions, please send them. And again, season finale next week. This is the semifinals. Now, I swing it over to one of the best in DuPage County, Mr. Patrick Codo. Please take it away, sir.
What's going on, everyone? That is right. It is me, Patrick Codo, the co-host of DuPage Run and Shoot, the host of Codo's Mojo, and a sports reporter at NCTV 17. You can find me on all those platforms on Facebook, X, and Instagram. And if you got any questions, email me at petecodo@nctv17.org.
All right. So let's get started, shall we? Wheaton Academy from Friday night. Only Friday night game in the quarterfinals. Wheaton Academy 42, Sandwich 7.
I mean, Pete, let's be real. This was a special game for both teams in so many ways. Let's start off with Sandwich. They really don't give a shit about the score because let's take a look at their track record. Last year, no varsity season. The year before, went 0-9. They won by a forfeit in their COVID year. So they haven't won a legit football game since October of 2019 before this season. They haven't made the playoffs since 2013. They haven't won a playoff game since 2011. I'd say this was a fantastic turnaround for Sandwich.
Mm-hmm.
And for Wheaton Academy, they're just doing Wheaton Academy things.
Wheaton Academy has been absolutely impressive this whole season. And I think, again, it starts with Casper. You add in Keebles, Dieter, the offensive line, Grant on the defensive line, Bruner. This Wheaton Academy team has been specific, special, and again, a soccer school. They brought back football. It's great to see, and you couldn't just make this the DuPage County any prouder. Congratulations to Wheaton Academy as they go to the semifinal.
Semifinal appearance ever in school history. How
Unbelievable. That's just crazy. Absolutely crazy. Congratulations. All right. DGN 34, Lincoln Way West 6.
Hey, what did I tell you about Owen Lansu? What did I tell you about Owen Lansu? What did I tell you about Owen Lansu? He was going to have to get it going soon, and he finally did.
Yes, he did.
259 yards, 4 touchdowns. He's getting more comfortable by the minute.
Yep.
I think those games without Noah Battle were important for him.
Yes. And we've talked about this for many weeks. Owen Lansu, his progressions, his growth have made him into one of the best quarterbacks in the state of Illinois.
He's only a sophomore, too.
Yep, and he's only a sophomore, and he's emerging as a quarterback in the Midwestern recruiting scene as well. But a big shout to Lansu. And again, Noah Battle, that offensive line, just impressive. And the defense against Lincoln Way West. Ooh. Impressive. Congratulations on that.
That defense is going to need another big game.
Yep, yes, they will. Yes, they will.
More big games.
Definitely. All right, next one. A tough game. York 36, Edwardsville 29, sir.
It's quarterfinal football. Of course, we expect these tough games. It's Edwardsville showing that, hey, they are legit. They still played like they were legit. They had a 21-7 lead, and then came York, scoring 29 unanswered. And, Jake Bellion, new single-season record.
Mm-hmm. And overall, just the York offensive line has been completely impressive. I mean, you said Jake Mellon. Very impressive with the York defense. Jay Curry overthrowing ball to get that tied in. Couldn't get it. But great season overall by Edwardsville. York keeps progressing. They get into the semifinals. Like I said, I'm very shocked by the Western Suburban Conference. Very shocked, by the way, by those.
Well, I mean, like we talked about this year, for York, they had a lot of shoes to fill, and those guys definitely stepped up in a big way.
Yep.
You know,
Agreed.
like we said last year too, York, they won their first playoff game since 2010, and now look what they're starting.
Yes, they are. You're right. You're completely
They're starting a big run, and what a game that was on Saturday. Holy cow. Big fourth down stop by the York defense.
Mm-hmm.
I'm telling you, this York team is something special.
Yes.
Those private schools cannot get comfortable. Seriously.
Agreed. And talking about private schools, sir.
Yep. We're about to.
I'm eating a shit sandwich. Montini 27, Princeton 9, eating crow.
Okay, Montini fans. I hope you're happy with us.
Yes.
There's one buffoon that said to me, "Hey, do your homework on Montini." I have done my homework, dumbass. They went 3-6 the last 2 years, right?
It's Montini.
You think? Yeah. Well, yes, you fans, you are happy, all right?
Don't get cocky. Listen, Montini, you've been cocky for the last 2 seasons. You didn't make the playoffs. I'm very happy you made the playoffs. You guys got a great.
Would you like us to baptize you?
And great kids and everything else. But again, don't get ahead of yourself. And I'm telling you this right now, Montini. Again, I really do feel that this upcoming game is going to be the 3-8 title. I hate to say it, but
and of course, for Montini, obviously as well. Obviously, props to them. They got the job done that they need. So they showed that they are no stranger to obviously the semifinals. It's just been a long time, but it's good to see them back. Let's give a shout out to Alex Mare, 3 touchdowns. They were down 3-0 at halftime. It's only 3-0, and then boom, blown up.
He's been their star, and I think too that the Montini line, the offensive line, defensive line has been very impressive. Defensive lineman Hayes is a player you got to keep an eye out for. But Carbonaro, that's it. It's gonna be on him. We'll talk about.
I was gonna say, yeah, this is their big game this Saturday.
This is definitely the big game. Normal 45, Glenbard East 28, but Glenbard East did fight, and they
talk about a bipolar game. Glenbard East was down 14-0, and they scored 28 unanswered to go up 28-14, and then Normal scored the next 31 to win 45-28. Turnovers ate the Rams, but Glenbard East showed that they deserved to be in the quarters, but Normal also showed why they're the number 1 seed in 7A.
I agree.
Regardless, what a season for Glenbard East.
And I really do believe that this playoff season, the Upstate 8 really shined. I think that South Elgin did a good job.
Well, a few teams were on the wrong end of the stick, but I agree.
I know. But I really think, again, the improvement of Glenbard East. I think we also see improvement with West Chicago, East Aurora. I think big things looking up for them.
A lot of those teams that were punching bags in the Upstate 8, and Glenbard East was people's punching bags 10 years ago.
Yeah.
Last time we played them, we beat the shit out of them 55-0 10 years ago.
And that's Naperville Central alumni, Patrick Codo.
Hey, they're out of the playoffs, so they're out of the playoffs.
Now we get into a shocker. St. Lawrence 24.
It's a shocker, Pete. St. Lawrence has been playing good football all season long.
This was a shocker to me. I thought IC had this game in the bag.
You thought IC had this game in the bag. Well, I feel like IC got a little too comfortable and was going to let one slip away. Boom.
Yeah. Aaron Ball
with the game-winning touchdown.
Unbelievable. I think St. Lawrence's offensive line has come in very underrated that we should be talking about more. I think overall the St. Lawrence secondary, unbelievable job on IC's passing game. Unbelievable job. I think, again, the big thing that was completely taken aback was St. Lawrence's defense. Was completely shocked by that. And again,
well, obviously, like you said, this has been a stingy defense all season long.
Yep. Agreed. All right, let's get into the DuPage games of the week.
We got a lot of good ones, Pete.
4, and this is crazy because we got 5 teams, five DuPage teams.
Can we get a lot of them into state, please?
I agree. Wheaton Academy takes on St. Lawrence.
Speaking of St. Lawrence, another, two big tests for both teams. Two teams that are pretty much new to this situation. Because when was the last time St. Lawrence was in the semis? This is the first time for Wheaton Academy. And St. Lawrence, there's years where they can't get over the hump.
Mm-hmm.
There's going to be some jitters in this game, but this is tough.
I think the big thing, again, with Wheaton Academy is, can they run the ball against St. Lawrence's defense? Also, can they stop Aaron Ball?
Can they stop Aaron Ball, and can the St. Lawrence defense stop Brett Casper?
Yep, and this game again. Two teams that are marrying each other. Coach Neeson has done an unbelievable job ever since he took over for that program. He has been progressing that program in great fashion. Same with Wheaton Academy. This is just a team that can build up on a lot, especially if they get into the state finals. I think one of the key things too is Kebbles of Wheaton Academy, like you said, the running back. I think it's going to be huge for
this Wheaton Academy team is going to have to play their best football.
All right.
Everybody got their best right now. They're the best. They're the best. The 4 best teams for each class stand at large right now.
Mm-hmm. Next one. St. Francis goes back to Nazareth after beating them in week 9. They have to go back to Nazareth again.
What the fuck is this? What the fuck is this? Nazareth Academy has all of a sudden just become the team to beat. 4-5, they beat Carmel after a touchdown on 3rd and long.
Yeah.
Carmel, it's playoffs. You clearly took Nazareth lightly. Prairie Ridge, you also took Nazareth lightly.
Mm-hmm.
Gumbart South, not so much. You just let Nazareth kick your ass.
And again, I'm really shocked. Absolutely.
You just got to give credit to Nazareth Academy. When they're in the playoffs, they're hot.
4-5. I still can't believe that they got into the playoffs. I really can't. The
other thing too is that there weren't enough 5-4 teams this season. If you look at it,
and again, that's true too. I completely understand that. Overall,
but again, you look at Nazareth Academy. They lost to Kankakee, they lost to York, they lost to Montini, they lost to IC and St. Francis. They beat Marian Catholic, Brother Rice, Fenwick, and St. Ignatius. I think that's a decent enough resume where if the committee's gonna like, oh yeah, we need a playoff team, and this team they
had the playoff points too. So
yeah, Nazareth got the nod.
They got the I just the amount of teams, again, like you said, that weren't 5-4. I'm just
counting up the numbers to see how many pissed off parents we have, because if I had $1 for every pissed off parent that we'd be hearing just about Nazareth Academy,
yep.
I'd have a nice condo.
Yep. And this is a big thing for St. Francis. This is a big game for St. Francis.
They cannot. No, they got to put last year behind them. Last year was last year. They are not going to allow a repeat.
And this is a much better progression for this program. I think it was the last time they won the state titles in 2012, if I'm not mistaken.
I don't remember.
I think.
But all I'm going to say, Pete, is that we don't know how this game's going to go down.
I think Logan Michelik's going to be huge for Nazareth. That's my personal.
Biggest game of the year coming up.
I think it's going to be a battle between Logan and Alessio.
Malachuk and Alessio. This is going to be an epic battle. Get your popcorn ready for this one, Pete.
Yep. All right. Next one. York versus Loyola Academy at Loyola Academy. That's a tough matchup, my man.
A rematch from last year's semifinal.
Yes.
Semifinal that Loyola beat York. remember 2 years ago, that Lockport team, how special that Lockport team was? People thought Loyola was going to beat the shit out of them.
Mm-hmm.
No, Lockport storms into there and beats the shit out of them.
Yep.
York, they remember that game last year. They remember that game. You want to get into the state title game? That's your biggest test of the year. Pete called me crazy, but I'm opening up the upset list again. Let's go, York.
Uh-oh.
Hello,
Again,
I'm right here.
I believe out of the few public school coaches in 8A that could get that upset, I think Coach Fitzgerald from York can do it, especially with his game planning. Again, offensive guru. I think the big thing is going to be on Milton. There, I keep saying Milton. What's his last name again?
Winton.
Winton,
Winton, Melian, that whole York team. He has to go.
Bellender, he's a hell of a wide receiver. It's going to be big on him and that offensive line because that defense is nasty. That Loyola Academy defense is nasty. We've talked about Loyola for how many weeks now because they played
a lot. And like we talked about too, we could take their third stringers and put them as first stringers on sandwiches.
Yes. So it's going to be a tough matchup. And again, can the defense get pressure on Fitzgerald, quarterback for Loyola? And can they stop that dynamic duo of running backs for Loyola Academy?
Yes.
That's going to be huge as well, too.
Shut down that wide receiver, too.
Yep.
I don't want to say his name. I don't know how to say his name.
Yep. Next last DuPage game of the week. Downers Grove North has Normal Community coming up north.
You missed Montini versus Byron.
Oh, I did. I'm sorry. I apologize. Montini versus Byron. What do you think, sir?
Montini state championship game, like you said, they've been, and like I said, they've been these situations before and they've gotten by it. Well, it's safe to say Montini's got their swagger back. They got the swagger back, and I think they will get it done on Byron.
I don't want to piss off the Montini crowd because they'll
I want to be Mr. Yes, Montini people, I'm being Mr. Nice Guy. All right,
they're gonna throw tomatoes, they're gonna throw batteries, and I'm gonna be at that game Saturday. I don't want to get them angry. It's gonna be a good game. I think again with Byron, I think the two people that you must know is Constantine, fullback / running back, Wichman, running back.
They got an insane intro too with the trailer hog.
Yep. Oh yeah. And we're missing that.
Love that
it's at Montini. It's awesome. And again, you talk about just a one last big. I consider this a big test for Montini.
If they can win this game, then they're winning the state title.
Yeah, I really do believe that. But this Bryan teams, they mean business. They've been kicking everyone's ass this season. I think.
Every team right now that's still alive means business.
And again, we're living in DuPage County. We got to be pro, and I think Montini, they got a great advantage. I think the big thing is going to be relying on the passing Carbonero. I think also too, Florio, the wide receiver, he's going to have a big game. Hayes defense,
all right, of course.
That Montini defensive line's literally has to make mounds. And again, get penetration on that Byron, the offensive line. Again, what's the proper term of what's Brian's proper name? Byron. It's Byron, right?
Byron.
Okay, Byron. Their offensive. Yes, Byron's offensive line is an offensive line first football community, and that's a scary team.
You look at their intros just for that line in general at home.
Yep.
They got some hogs. Those farm boys.
They got some, and they a couple of years ago, Ellsbury. They smashed the living ever hell out of people. They're that damn good. I think this is going to be a tough game, and I think the big thing is going to be on Carbonero's arm. I think against Florio, the running back Mar. I think that the passing attack is literally going to be the strong suit against this team. I think they're going to be able to run the ball, Montini, but this defense, whatever, is going to kick some major ass. So it should be fun. I will be there Saturday. Throw tomatoes at me, Montini. Throw batteries at me, Montini. I will gladly give you the one finger salute. I'm going to get some DGN versus Normal.
I love this matchup so much. This is another big test for Downers Grove North. that defense has to be ready for that normal offense. That normal team loves offense. And normal's got to come back up here.
Yep.
You ain't hosted. You got to come back up here.
Yep. Defense is dominating.
Let's go Downers Grove North, Pete.
I agree. I'm cheering for this Downers Grove.
Loving this team all year long.
This team deserves it. Coach Harini has done a wonderful job. Noah Battle. We talked about Owen Lansu. We talked about, and I'm telling Charlie.
I know Noah Battle's a running back, but I feel like he got Owen Lansu ready.
Owen Fuelin, their linebacker.
Fuelin, yes.
They got again. This is such a great story for DGN. This normal community is also just an unbelievable story. Cooper Caraway is scary. Dexter Niekamp.
Davis, that running back.
The passing game for normal community is very good.
That's normal community. They love offense.
And every test that has been thrown the way they have passed, but I'm cheering for DGN. I think that DGN is going to get the win just because, again, it's in Downers Grove and normal. You can throw tomatoes at me. You can call me a jackass.
Oh, that place is going to be rocking.
It's going to be rocking. It's going to be rocking.
Oh, hey, you want to talk about a place that's really going to be rocking and shut down? There's a town in Southern Illinois called Murfreesboro.
Yes, sir.
Not just that, Carbondale, Erin, Marion, all those Southern Illinois schools are going to be completely shut down, and they're going to make their way over to Murfreesboro High School because they're hosting a fucking semifinal game.
Which is good. That's awesome.
2019, they were on the road. They are hosting now after a last-second touchdown against Harrisburg.
Oh, crazy.
That town. And I already looked at photos of their athletic director, mapped out parking. All right, here's where Rochester fans can tailgate. Here's where you can park your RVs.
Yep.
That town's gonna be crazy on Saturday.
For the past 4 days, I've heard from Montini alumni at Jewel. I've heard from Downers Grove North alumni at Jewel, asking my thoughts. Then they are going crazy as well. So we get into
and then you're at the point of the year where you should be going crazy.
Yep, it's going to be that time. It's that time.
Downers Grove North should be going crazy. Elmhurst should be going crazy. Montini should be going crazy. Anybody that's in the semifinals for your class, you should be going crazy.
Yep.
It's like the town's coming together, and I love it.
It's a good idea. It's awesome. It's awesome. IHSA games of the week because, well, we got only 5 games to talk about in DuPage. Big one. Revenge. Batavia versus Mount Carmel.
2 teams that fucking hate each other.
Can Batavia get the win finally against the Mount Carmel Caravan?
This is Ryan Bowe's biggest game ever.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's potentially his last.
Mm-hmm.
Ryan Bowe has been a 3-year varsity starter. I've been loving this kid all year long. Ryan Bowe and the Batavia Bulldogs are going to pull the unthinkable. 3rd time's the charm. 3rd time's the charm. I think they can pull it off. Road Warriors, baby.
Hey, by the way, just a little tidbit. I think you might know this. Class 7A All-State, no Mount Carmel kids.
Interesting. I'm sure they don't give a shit, though.
They don't. Again, it's the Mount Carmel Illinois All-Star team.
Yeah, well, Batavia's going to show who the real dogs are on Saturday.
Yep.
If I'm wrong, I'll eat shit.
Charlie Wepley, he's been a hell of a player.
Come on, Chucky.
I really think they're going to change a little bit their defensive philosophy. But again, overall, Coach Pyron and these Batavia Bulldogs, they're coming to battle. They're coming in pissed off. They want this W. That they want to do this for the Batavia community.
They're tired of losing. They want a fucking state. They want another state championship.
Yep. I think
they want a state championship. A lot of these teams alive are playing pissed off right. York and Batavia are 2 of the most pissed off teams right now.
I think the big thing with Batavia is that they got to show who runs the yard, especially against the Mount Carmel receivers, because sometimes the Mount Carmel receivers,
their offense exploded against Hononegah.
Yeah, the problem with Mount Carmel is they get those little alligator arms. You got to show who boss is in that second.
You can't not against Batavia.
You can't do that, so it's going to be a good game.
Batavia is like another Lincoln Way East.
All right, and for our favorite team that always gives us shit, Joliet Catholic versus Providence Catholic.
So these two teams actually met earlier this year, where Joliet Catholic won, but that was earlier this year. These two teams are much different right now. I gotta show respect to my pops because that's where we went to school, Joliet Catholic. So I'm rolling with the Hilltoppers. Oh,
Your
shit.
bias is unbelievable. I'm sick to my stomach. This is going to be a good game. I really believe in Providence Catholic, so I don't have any 13, 14-year-olds DMing me telling me to go fuck myself or saying that I'm horrible.
13, 14-year-olds? Oh.
Yeah. I think it's going to be a good game.
Kids.
I'm very impressed with Joliet Catholic. I don't think Joliet Catholic wants to see Providence Catholic again from the regular season. But overall,
Joliet Catholic had to see Morris last week.
Yep.
You know the history between those two teams.
Yeah. And I really do believe, again, Joliet Catholic with Munoz is going to be something special for this game. I do believe in Providence Catholic with McMiller, the freshman, Gavin Hagan, who's an absolute star, Barry at offensive line. Just it's going to be a tough game, but I'm going to go with a little bit of Joliet Catholic so Providence Catholic can shit on me if they win. Okay, no problem, no issue.
If some of these teams we picked against win, you guys can shit on us all you want. To. I don't give a fuck. We are right here. Hello.
Wilmington versus Merrill Forsyth. Battle of 2A teams. Merrill Forsyth travels up north. Again, Coach Joseph has done a wonderful job this season. And
teams that love offense.
Caden, he's passing the ball, their quarterback. Wilmington is Wilmington. I've coached against Wilmington. They've given me nightmares every time.
Merrill Forsyth is also good as well.
So again, I really do believe that this is another re-up for another state title run for Merrill Forsyth. I think Merrill Forsyth escapes with the win. What do you think, sir?
I think they do too. You know, get back to the state championship for the first time since 2018, where you look at that score of that state championship game, it was a lot closer than the score shows.
Yeah.
They gave up 2 super late touchdowns.
Yeah.
Super late touchdowns that put the game out of hand.
Yep. Agreed. And I think I see this again as the 2A state title game. That's my personal feeling.
Yes.
I really do. All right. We have one question. What is more surprising, a Nazareth 4-5 or a Nazareth 4-5 team in the semis, or Immaculate Conception out before the semifinals? Patrick O'Houlihan of Oakbrook.
A really good question. It's a really good question. I'm going to lean my favor actually more towards Nazareth. First and foremost, again, this team got in at 4-5. Nobody expected a 4-5 team to go this far, especially someone like Nazareth. I for sure thought Carmel would take care of them. And no, Carmel got too comfortable, and Nazareth scored a touchdown 3rd and long. You can't give that shit up in the playoffs. It's the fucking playoffs, for Christ's sakes, guys.
I'm more shocked if I see. I was completely blown back, but you make great points with Nazareth Academy. It's going to be a hell of a game. It's going to be a hell of a game against St. Francis.
We're going to see a lot of good games this weekend.
Yeah, and I think that Batavia Mount Carmel game is going to be electric.
Well, it's going to be on TV, so
it's going to be electric. It's going to
be on TV. York and Loyola is going to be on TV.
Yep.
Oh boy, Downers Grove. Why is Downers Grove North and Normal Community not getting any coverage? Shit.
And that's the one that I was surprised about. I thought York and Loyola. I don't know why York. I'm not going to get in arguments because I'm going to hear shit from York teams. You hear me?
No, York does get their coverage this weekend. Downers Grove North doesn't.
Yeah, that shocked me. So, all right.
Speaking of 8A teams, fucking Barrington. All right. So Central is feeling not too upset. At least I hope not.
Yep. And Barrington overall with Lincoln Way's team this is going to be a good game.
Barrington's a dark horse.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Barrington had to come back again.
Yep. And Rochester, I think Rochester's going to get that W in Murfreesboro.
Yeah, I hate to admit it.
Yep. All right. My name is Coach Big Pete, aka PLR. Make sure you follow Coach Big Pete, Deep Dish Football, and DuPage Run Shoot Show on Twitter and Facebook. My email is coachbigpetefp@gmail.com. Join us for the season finale next week, next Wednesday.
Fuck, I can't believe it.
Yep, I know.
It's
Mr.
going
Codo,
too fast.
please take it away, sir.
Well, everyone, for the second to last time, this is Patrick Codo, the co-host of DuPage Run and Shoot, the host of Codo's Mojo, and a sports reporter, NCTV 17. I'm on Facebook, Twitter, and X. If you got any questions, email me at pcodo@nctv17.org.
Let's get ready for some semifinal football, people.
Let's go.